here Nashville's nice this time of year. So. Got back and liked it so much we're going to turn around and go back again. Game 2.
So tough-fought game. Now it's the tournament. What's kind of the mindset going into that?
Well, I like playing the same team back-to-back. I think it's fresh in your kids' minds. It's a easy prep. Being on a neutral floor will help. Memorial – is it Memorial Coliseum? Is that the name? Memorial Gym. It's a unique setup. I caught myself several times during the game not knowing where to stand to talk to an official or to call a play. So it would be good to be back on the sidelines instead of the end lines. But our kids are excited. The game got a little spirited toward the end. So I think there'll be some carryover going in the tournament.
A lot of emotion when something like that happens, and then you go back and play them, very next game.
Yeah, I think managing that, with a lot to play for. I think the tournament feel has a different sense as well. Knowing that it's one and done, possibly back on the plane and your season's over, put your uniforms away, rather than on to what's next. So I want to see how this group deals with that sense of urgency and how they play with that type of emotion. Sometimes emotion can hurt you, but sometimes it can help you. But I think this group will be able to play hard with it.
You talk about the finality of a year coming to an end as far as, let's keep going. We need to win to keep playing.
No, we do. We lay it out. We laid out the different scenarios. I said scenarios, and the girls gave me a hard time. So scenarios, I guess, of what happens. Get there on Wednesday, when you come back, and all those different things. And you can kind of see that look in their eye, like they want to stick around for a while. They don't want to fly in and fly out. So I think, even though it's an early game, I guess we're probably the first game of the tournament, the Power 5 tournaments to get going, so we'll be the only game going for a little while.
A lot of hard-fought games this season. How do you feel about your first regular season?
We won the season. We didn't win a championship, but if you look at every coach just wants to have their team do the best that team can possibly do. And when you look at the expectations and the departures that the last year's team had, and Jessica Jackson and Aaliyah Wilson and the other players that had left, and where expectations were at, you can still win your season without winning a championship. And I think this group certainly did it with some of those hard-fought games like you're talking about. And then just also, if anybody watched the last 30 seconds of that game the other day, we had kids flying and diving on the floor and trying to extend the game. We got a 5-second count. We extended the game. Teams that have given up on themselves or on their teammates or on the year don't play like that. That's evidence. That's not something you can fake, and you can't make it up, and you can't coach it. That's in the kids, and they played that last 15 seconds like we were playing for the championship. So that's why I tell you that it was a win. We won the season. Our record's not what the champion in our league is going to have, but I don't think they won their season any more than we did.
Having said that, you wanted to get – once you got to 3 wins, you wanted to get to 4.
This is it.
And you weren't able to still, but would this 4th win be more satisfying to do it in a tournament?
Yeah, probably so. I think you get that added little, and we won a game in a tournament. We exceeded expectations as far as rankings and numbers of wins, and we won a game in the tournament or 2. If you look at how it matches up, the potential in the second round game would be, who is it? Oh, never mind. I thought it was Tennessee, who we played close. We didn't play A&M, but A&M's a bad matchup. Although I wouldn't mind playing them again. But, you got a chance. You never know in tournaments. There's always a team on the men's or women's side that gets hot and catch lightning in a bottle and does something crazy. And we don't turn it over. We don't turn it over. So if we can make a few shots and maybe an uncharacteristic number. Let's say we go down there and get the same 36 threes we got yesterday, and we make 19 of them. And we can beat anybody if you do that. So it's fun. I think it's important that our kids experience it, and the way we approach it will be just as important as how we play.
What are some of the things you learned from this previous game against Vandy that you want to improve on before this next one? Yeah,
well, they can really score. They've had good offensive numbers all year long, and they can really hit you a lot of different ways. So we'll have to try a few things different defensively. I thought our offense was fine, so we'll go down, put a few tweaks in there, but we've got to get a little bit better defensively. And then our rebounding was just really poor. Vanderbilt out-rebounded us by 20 rebounds, and they were not really known for their rebounding prowess. So got to clean that up to have a chance. They're a little taller than what I thought. Sometimes you try to subtract an inch or two from film or from a roster form, but they're a little bigger than I thought they were. So we'll make some changes on the defensive side of the thing, and then just hope we can play as well as we did offensively.
Devin hasn't quite shot the ball the way she has after her hiatus. Do you think that's her trying to do too much, maybe?
Well, and I think other teams are keying on her. I mean, her shot, the shot quality has gone down. We have a harder time getting her as good a shots as she was getting early in the year because teams load up and scout her. So, but I also think, too, if you've got a bad ankle, it hurts. It still hurts. It's one of those things – it just continues to hurt you for the rest of your life. So I think that's part of it. But she's taking good shots. They're in rhythm, and I'm not going to – I was drawing set plays up for her to score at the buzzer. I mean, that's how much confidence we have in her.